Welcome to my channel. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John. Today I have a new album review by Papa Roach. The album is called Ego Trip, released on April 8th, 2022. So in this video I'll give a brief history of the band, go through the songs, and I'll give my final thoughts at the end. So Papa Roach is a new metal band. They started in the late 90s, so most of us remember the album like Infest and the song Last Resort. That was a big hit, but it was actually their second album. Their first album was called Old Friends from Young Years, and I actually didn't know about this, and I never even heard about it, but that was their first album. After that, they released a lot of popular albums. They continued doing new metal and rap metal. They did kind of change their style a little bit with some hard rock and some alternative metal and different albums. The previous album, Who Do You Trust, from 2019, it was very commercial. I didn't really like that one that much. And that brings us to 2022 with Ego Trip. So Ego Trip is an album that has a sound with a lot of variety on it. It's kind of like a compilation of all the sounds they've had over the years. So there are 14 songs on the album, but the songs are fairly short, only about 2 to 3 minutes long. So the whole album is 43 minutes. They did release 5 singles prior to the release of this album, so about a third of the album has already been out already. The first single was released back in August of 2021, and like I said, short songs, so I'm going to go through them quickly. This video is not going to be more than 8 minutes, I doubt. So afterwards, I'll give my final thoughts and score. First song is called Kill the Noise. This one reminds me a lot of that Hybrid Theory era, Linkin Park. Has those same types of heavy riffs, turntable scratches, a mixture of singing and rapping, and it's only Jacoby Shaddix with the vocals. There's actually one point in the song where he screams, shut up. I know that's from a Linkin Park song. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's from the Hybrid Theory album. Next song is called Stand Up. The song is straightforward rap metal from the early 2000s. Not too bad, pretty cool bass guitar riff. Also has the melodic vocals in the chorus, and it's a catchy song. The bass line also has this Rage Against the Machine type of sound. Swerve, this was the first single released back in August, and it features the band Fever 333 and a rapper named Swerve. It's more just a rap song. It does have some elements of metal in it, but it's mostly rap. It does have some horn samples, and if you do like that old school hip hop, it's a pretty cool song. Bloodline, another rap metal song. It has this thick, distorted bass riff. Another one that has that early 2000 sound, and it's a song that reminds me a lot of Linkin Park again. And there's even one part that kind of sounds like Mike Shinoda is on the song. Liar, another rap metal song. It has a Middle Eastern riff, and it has rap in the verse, singing in the chorus. Then the title track, Ego Trip. This one has a different sound, kind of more like pop punk with a little bit of rap metal. Has a memorable chorus, and he sings, never get high on your own supply. I'm on an ego trip, something like that. But he even raps one line in Spanish, so that's a pretty decent song. Unglued, this one has a classic Papa Roach sound. This one has a sound more similar to the band's, moved more towards a hard rock sound. The chorus has more of a pop punk or 90s alternative rock type of feel, and has a rap section towards the end of it. Dying to Believe, more of a modern pop sound with a Linkin Park rap metal style. It sounds similar to their previous album from 2019, that commercial pop. Killing Time, this is an alternative metal song, and it has some rap and singing in it. The song has loud, heavy, distorted guitars, some orchestral elements in the background. The song also features a very spacey and atmospheric type of interlude towards the end of the song. Leave a Light On is an acoustic ballad, and it kind of reminds you a little of the Foo Fighters. And the lyrics and vocals are very emotional. There's some orchestration in it as well. It's a slow song. It's a very quiet. It's laid back. It's different, and it does stand out. I do think it was a pretty good song. Always Wondering. This is one of those songs that has that commercial sound similar to their most recent albums. It's modern pop mixed with some elements of alternative metal. No Apologies, and a song with a pop punk sound reminds me of those early 2000s pop punk bands. The guitars have that 90s alternative rock sound, and the overall production is just very modern pop. The next song, Cut the Line, this was one of the singles, and this one the sound goes back to their like Infest album. You know, it's a heavy metal riff and rap metal sound, loud and heavy guitars in the chorus. Probably the catchiest song on the album. There's a music video for it. I showed a clip of it before, and really killer breakdown towards the end of the song. So this is probably one of the better songs on the album. The last song is called I Surrender. This one is just okay. It has a classic Papa Roach sound. A mix of heavy metal riffs with like some rapping and some singing. So, in conclusion, Papa Roach is one of those bands, you know, you either like them or you don't. You know, they're one of those bands like, you know, the metal community, you know, loves to hate them. Similar to bands like Avenged Sevenfold, Five Finger Death Punch, Linkin Park, System of a Down, and you know, a lot of other bands that, you know, like these metal elitists like to usually hate. But I actually like this band. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure band, I guess I would say. And I do think it's a step up from their last few albums. It does have like a lot of variety on it. There's a lot of like rap metal, a lot of hip hop, there's a lot of pop punk. You know, they do have that one acoustic ballad. It's a mixture of like their sounds from like the different years, and they have been releasing albums consistently since the 2000s. So it's not a groundbreaking album. It's not really an incredible album, but I thought it was pretty good. So if you do like this band, I think you'll like it. My score will be an 8 out of 10. Let me know in the comments what you thought. So up next, one more new release, that Max Cavalera family band called Insight. And then I want to go back to the top 10 list from a specific year. The next one will be 1980. And then I'll do some more videos after that. Please remember, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the other videos I linked here. And I'll see you in the next one. Cut my life into pieces. This is... Oh, it's pretty bad. Cut my life into pieces. No. 'Cause I'm losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine.